Sleep is often overlooked in the journey of building and maintaining lean muscle, but it's during this time that the real transformation happens. This study illustrates after a long day of training, eating clean and pushing limits, the body finally gets a chance to recover. The hours spent sleeping are not idle. They are critical. Deep within, muscles that were broken during workouts begin to rebuild. Tiny tears in the muscle fibers are repaired, and stronger, denser tissue takes their place. This process is known as muscle protein synthesis, and it reaches its peak while the body is at rest. However, there's a catch. Sleep also comes with an extended fasting period. For many, this means going 8-10 hours without any nutritional intake. During this time, if the body doesn't have the proper fuel, it may begin to break down muscle for energy. This process, called muscle catabolism, is the very thing that sabotages gains and slows progress. What this study illustrates, the hidden thief of lean muscle mass working quietly in the background while the body rests. Without intervention, study illustrates, all the effort put into training can begin to fade. The body is smart. When nutrients aren't readily available, it finds a way to survive. What this even that means sacrificing muscle. It's a protective mechanism, but for those chasing strength and definition, it becomes the enemy. That's why muscle recovery during sleep is not just about getting enough hours. It's about what's done in the moments before those hours begin. What this study illustrates, eating the right food before sleep changes everything. It turns the fasting window into a fueling window. It ensures the body has what it needs to rebuild rather than break down. It creates a steady stream of amino acids, the building blocks of muscle. Study illustrates, flowing through the bloodstream throughout the night. This gives the body what it needs to do its job, grow, repair, and strengthen. The most effective way to protect lean muscle during sleep is to provide the body with a slow digesting protein. Unlike fast proteins that absorb quickly, slow digesting proteins release amino acids over several hours. This extended release mimics a drip feed to the muscles. Illustrates, ensuring they remain nourished throughout the entire night. When muscle tissue is supplied with a constant source of amino acids, the body illustrates, and the body stays in an anabolic state. This means it's constantly building rather than breaking down. It's the difference between waking up stronger or waking up slightly behind. But this process doesn't happen by accident. It's intentional. It requires planning. It demands consistency. Eating a source of slow digesting protein before bed must become a nightly ritual. Illustrate, just like brushing teeth or setting an alarm. It's a small act that brings massive result over time. It becomes a habit. And that habit becomes part of a lifestyle that prioritizes muscle health, performance, and longevity. Illustrates, there's a reason elite athletes and bodybuilders pay close attention to their nighttime nutrition. They understand that training breaks the body down. Study illustrates, but recovery builds it up. They know that if they want to maintain their edge, they can't afford to leave their muscles unprotected for hours on end. This study illustrates, they make nighttime nutrition a non-negotiable. So should anyone who is serious about their physique, illustrates, it's not about eating a big meal or loading up on calories. It's about strategic intake. A scoop of casein protein mixed with water or milk. Illustrates a serving of Greek yogurt with a sprinkle of almonds, a few bites of cottage cheese before turning in. These simple choices deliver complex benefits. They support hormonal balance, increase muscle protein synthesis, and reduce overnight muscle degradation. Illustrates, they optimize the natural rhythm of repair, enhancing the effects of every workout during the day. It's not magic. It's science. Illustrates. But more importantly, it's discipline, because not everyone will do it. Not everyone will think about what happens while they sleep. Not everyone will protect the muscle they worked so hard to earn. Those who do win. They wake up one step ahead. They gain while others lose. They recover while others deteriorate. Illustrates, protecting lean muscle at night is about understanding the body's needs and honoring the effort that's already been put in. Illustrates, about maximizing results and refusing to let hard work go to waste. What this study illustrates, when the body enters a long fasting period during sleep, it faces a challenge that can undermine muscle growth. Study illustrates, without any nutritional intake for several hours, the body has to make a decision where will it get the fuel it needs to carry out essential functions. If it doesn't receive fuel from food, it may begin to tap into its own resources. While fat stores might seem like the obvious choice, the body can also turn to muscle tissue as a source of amino acids. This process is called muscle catabolism, and it's a major threat to maintaining lean muscle mass. The hard truth is that during sleep, when no food is being consumed, the risk of muscle loss increases significantly if the body is not properly fueled beforehand. That is why avoiding overnight muscle loss is crucial for anyone looking to maintain or build a lean, defined physique. The body constantly balances between two states in anabolism and catabolism. Anabolism is the state of building up, where muscle is repaired and grown. Study illustrates. Catabolism is the state of breaking down, where muscle can be used as fuel. The longer the body goes without nutrients, the more likely it is to enter a catabolic state. During the day, this can be managed through regular meals and snacks. But at night, it illustrates when food is not being consumed, the risk grows. If no action is taken to provide nutrients before sleep, the body may begin to break down muscle to extract the amino acids it needs for critical processes. This is especially true after intense workouts, when the body is in greater need of repair materials. Without amino acids circulating in the bloodstream, it will take them from the muscle itself. Illustrates. Preventing this scenario is simple but powerful. Eat before sleep. Specifically, illustrates. Consume a food that digests slowly and provides a steady stream of protein over several hours. This strategy ensures that the body has a supply of amino acids throughout the night, rather than reaching into muscle tissue for fuel. What this study illustrates, the body will use the amino acids provided by food. This not only preserves muscle mass, but also supports muscle recovery and growth. What this study illustrates, the right nutrition before bed can tip the scale in favor of anabolism, even during the long hours of rest that this study illustrates. It becomes a protective shield against the natural tendency of the body to break down muscle when fuel runs low. For this study illustrates, for those who've worked hard to build muscle, the idea of losing it while sleeping is frustrating. All the sets, reps, and hours of discipline can be eroded silently during the night. But with a smart approach, that outcome can be avoided entirely. By eating a slow digesting protein such as casein, Greek yogurt, or cottage cheese, illustrates the body is given the tools it needs to stay in a positive nitrogen balance. This balance is a key marker of muscle preservation. It means the body has enough protein to meet its needs and doesn't have to pull from muscle reserves. This approach is supported by research, which shows that consuming casein protein before sleep results in greater muscle protein synthesis overnight and less muscle breakdown. Illustrates there is a clear difference in results between those who fuel their body before bed and those who do not. Illustrates those who go to bed on an empty stomach after a full day of physical exertion are putting themselves at risk. They might not see the effects right away, but over weeks and months, the subtle erosion of muscle mass will begin to show. Strength plateaus, progress slows. Illustrates, and the physique starts to lose its edge. On the other hand, those who are proactive protect their gains. Study illustrates. They understand that nighttime nutrition is not optional. It is a vital part of the muscle building process. Illustrates. The act of eating before bed is not about satisfying hunger. It is a strategic decision that has real consequences. It represents a commitment to growth and a refusal to let progress be lost to neglect. It is about staying ahead of the game. Illustrates controlling what can be controlled and respecting the effort that went into every workout. By avoiding overnight muscle loss through smart nutrition, a muscle becomes easier to maintain, performance remains high, and goals stay within reach. This is not just a habit, it's a mindset. It's a decision made every night to protect and preserve what was earned. That decision is the difference between falling behind or moving forward. What this study illustrates, feeding the body before bed is one of the most powerful strategies to fuel muscle growth and recovery. After a long day of training, activity, and mental effort, the body is primed to rebuild and restore. But without the right nutrients at night, the opportunity for growth is lost. The body is like a machine. It needs raw materials to perform repairs, to strengthen, and to prepare for the challenges of tomorrow. Illustrates those raw materials are nutrients, and the most important of them for muscle is protein. What this study illustrates, choosing the right kind of protein before sleep ensures that the muscles have what they need throughout the night to stay strong, recover efficiently. illustrates, and grow consistently. This decision is not just about eating. It's about feeding the process of transformation. Illustrates, casein protein is one of the best choices for nighttime nutrition. Unlike whey, which digests quickly and spikes amino acid levels for a short period, as casein digests slowly and releases amino acids steadily over several hours. This slow release is crucial, study illustrates. It mimics a time release mechanism that continually supplies muscles with the nutrients they need while the body sleeps. What this study illustrates, this creates an environment that favors growth, not breakdown. It means that instead of waking up weaker or depleted, the body wakes up restored and stronger. Greek yogurt and cottage cheese are also excellent choices, offering high quality casein with other nutrients like calcium and probiotics, which further support recovery and health. This study illustrates kind of fueling is more than just muscle protection. It's about optimization. Muscles are made of protein, but they are rebuilt with a continuous supply of amino acids. Without that supply, the process of repair is interrupted. What this illustrates, when sleep begins with the right fuel, the body does not just avoid catabolism, it thrives in an anabolic state. That means more muscle repair. Illustrates more muscle growth and better adaptation from training. It's a long-term investment. Each night of smart fueling builds on the next, and over time, those small decisions create a noticeable difference in appearance and strength. Many people focus only on their training and daily meals, but forget that recovery is when the body actually changes. Without proper fuel at night, recovery is incomplete. Muscles remain broken down, inflammation lingers, and the next workout suffers. But when the body is fed before bed with slow digesting protein, it begins the night with an advantage. Hormones that promote muscle repair, like growth hormone, are most active during deep sleep. With nutrients available, these hormones can do their job to the fullest. Muscle fibers are repaired, energy stores are replenished, and the nervous system is reset. This means waking up not just rested, but ready to train harder, lift heavier, and go further. Illustrates, fueling growth is not about overrating or taking in unnecessary calories. It's about precision, just enough to support recovery without burdening the digestive system. A small serving of casein protein, a bowl of Greek yogurt, or a scoop of cottage cheese can make all the difference. These are not heavy meals, but strategic moves. They allow the body to recover deep without being slowed down. They keep the metabolism working and support lean muscle development without adding fat. It's a smart, efficient way to keep the body in peak condition, even while sleeping. Choosing to fuel the body before bed also builds mental discipline. Illustrates, it becomes a routine that reinforces commitment to progress. It's easy to skip, to assume that sleep alone is enough. Illustrates, but real results require more than rest. They require action before rest. That's what separates average results from extraordinary ones. The choice to eat right before bed sends a message the work is not done when the training ends. The work continues even in silence, even in sleep. Illustrates, that mindset creates champions. The process of feeding recovery through strategic nighttime nutrition gives control back to the individual. It means not leaving gains to chance. It means honoring the effort that was made during the day by finishing strong. A disciplined, illustrates, consistent approach to nighttime fueling leads to better performance, better muscle retention, and faster results. It's a small habit with massive returns. It's how good becomes great and how effort becomes excellence. Feed the body. Fuel the growth. Do it every night and let every morning reflect the power of that choice. Discipline at night is what separates those who maintain their edge from those who slowly fall behind. During the day, it's easier to stay on track. Illustractive. The mind is active, the body is moving, and the environment is filled with reminders to stay focused. But when the evening comes and the day winds down, this study illustrates, distractions creep and willpower fades, and many lose sight of their goals. This is the moment when progress is either protected or wasted. This study illustrates the discipline to make the right decision before sleep builds strength that goes beyond the physical. It reflects a deeper commitment to growth. What this study illustrates, the act of preparing the body for recovery through proper nutrition before bed is more than just a habit. It's a powerful signal that the journey does not pause when the sun goes down. in the silence of the night. No one is watching. There are no coaches, no workout partners, no cheers. It's just a quiet choice. Eat the right food or skip it, fuel the body or let it starve. This decision, repeated night after night, is what forges consistency. And consistency builds champions. Illustrates the right food before bed doesn't protect muscle. It reinforces mindset. Illustrates it proves that the goal matters enough to show up for it even in the smallest, most private moments. When others relax, switch off, or give in to late night cravings that derail progress, the disciplined remain focused. They make the choice that serves them, not just in the moment, what this illustrates, but in the long run. Every morning is a reflection of the night before. The energy, the mood, the recovery, all of it is shaped by what happened the night prior. If the body was fueled with purpose, it wakes up ready. Muscles are fed, mind is clear, and the day starts on a foundation of strength. But if the body was left without support, the opposite occurs. Fatigue lingers, soreness is more intense. What this study illustrates, motivation drops and performance suffers over time. These differences compound. It's not about one night or one meal. Illustrates about hundreds of nights where a small act of discipline made a big difference, just like training in the gym. This effort stacks up and creates visible, tangible progress. There's a level of pride that comes from knowing every part of the day was used to get better, that no moment was wasted, that even while sleeping, what the study illustrates, the body was working toward of a goal because the right steps were taken beforehand. This kind of commitment builds confidence. It fuels not just the body, but also the identity. The disciplined become known for their work ethic, not just in the spotlight, but in the shadows. What this study illustrates, that reputation starts with the choices made when no one else is around. When a small snack of slow digesting protein is prepared instead of giving in to laziness or skipping it altogether, that's a win. It's a silent victory that pays off in strength, endurance, and resilience. Discipline at night also teaches self-respect. That study illustrates. It's a message to the body and mind that the goals set are worth every bit of effort. It removes excuses and builds trust in oneself. The routine becomes automatic, not because it's easy, but because it matters. It becomes a ritual, simple, powerful, and unbreakable. Over time, this level of discipline bleeds into other areas of life. Focus sharpens, decision-making improves, mental toughness increases. All because one habit illustrates, done every night, reinforces who the person is and who they are becoming. This isn't about perfection. It's about intention. There will be long days, unexpected stress, and moments of doubt. But discipline doesn't mean always feeling motivated. It means doing what's right even when it's hard, the study illustrates, especially when it's hard. And night after night, that choice builds an unstoppable momentum, what this study illustrates. It builds a body that doesn't look strong, but is strong. A mind that doesn't just want success, but is wired for it, what this study illustrates. A lifestyle that doesn't just chase results, but earns them. This is the secret most people ignore. It's not about what's done in the gym. What this study illustrates about what's done when the gym is closed, the lights are out, and the world is quiet. That's when champions are made. In the small, YERPUS, deliberate actions repeated with purpose. In the quiet moments of discipline that no one sees, the strength built at night is not just in muscle, it's in character. It's in the commitment to do what others won't. It's in the courage to prepare even when it's easier to delay. And in that preparation, greatness is built one disciplined night at a time.